Just wanted to do a little video today highlighting some of the cleanup crew that we have in the aquarium. So you can see here we have some blue-legged hermit crabs. They've both taken up some really interesting snail shells as their homes. These crabs have grown pretty big from since I first got them. I didn't realize that they got to this size. I think they might max out to about 2.5 inches. So I'll have to be getting them some bigger shells as they grow. You can see here another one of the cleanup crew, the Dalmatian hermit crab. They're a lot smaller compared to the blue-legged. So they can get themselves into other little holes that the other crabs can get into. I've also recently got myself a porcelain crab and emerald algae-eating crab, but they are very shy and hiding at the moment. The main tank lights actually haven't come on yet for the day. I'm just using the natural sunlight from the window coming in to get a slightly different shot than from what I normally get. We have another member of our cleanup crew here, a turban snail, and you can see it growing on his back. It's a pest vermitage snail, something that we don't really want to have in the aquarium. As the lights are off, we have the Asterina starfish also showing themselves. I'll get a little bit too close. You can actually see that there on the glass. These ones I think tend to just eat algae. I haven't seen them affecting or going on any of the corals. So, even though they're a couple, they haven't reached plague proportions as yet, so I'm letting them stay for a while. Let's see if anything else is up. You can see you can see the 2 boxing shrimp. These shrimp are from the Caribbean, and they act as cleaners in the Caribbean for large groupers and moray eels and things like that. In an aquarium setting like this, they actually don't do any cleaning function because all the fish are actually too small and are intimidated by them by their size. The male will come out there for us to actually see him. You get a good shot of how big they actually are. Right above his head there is a tuxedo urchin. The tuxedo urchin. He's carrying around little bits and pieces on himself to camouflage as he moves about the aquarium. So the boxer shrimp are really good at coming out in the night and just clean up any sort of meaty poos that are left around the aquarium. Let's see who else we could find. Another Dalmatian hermit crab there. Then we have these two, the skunk cleaner shrimp, and this is their cleaning station over on this side. These shrimp are actually hermaphrodites, so the fact that I have 2 of them, they can actually breed with each other, and both of them can actually fertilize each other and have eggs at the same time. I think currently one of them has eggs, not the other one. Then the one in the back has some eggs on it. Yeah, so they clean the fish. They also eat bits and pieces of fish food and things that are hanging around the tank. In the evenings, they'll come around and look for different bits and pieces. They'll also steal things from the coral, which is a bad thing. We're trying to spot feed the likes of the Duncan or the torch coral. They'll actually go in there and steal the food away from them from their mouths, which they're not ashamed of trying to rip apart the coral to try and get the food, which is not a good thing for the coral, obviously. We just had a little one of the peppermint shrimp run past in the back there, so I don't know if it'll come up on your video or not. But they have a couple of peppermint shrimp in here that I bought for aptasia control. I don't think they actually eat aptasia. I think that the thing that they like to eat the most is my zoas. The zoas have not bounced back since I bought them, but I've never actually caught them in the act of eating anything. So as it is now, it's just a hunch that it's them that is eating my zoas. But they don't seem to eat pallies because the pallies are doing very well. For those that would know, pallies are from the same family as zoantids and have a highly toxic toxin known as paleotoxin. It's one of the most deadly toxins in the animal kingdom, and it's only released when the coral is stressed. So you need to be able to tell the difference between a zoantid and a pali, so you don't have issues like that when you're trying to frag it or something. But so you should always use caution if you're trying to frag a zoantid, if you're not too sure if it's a zoantid or a pali. A good way to tell the difference is palis are usually a lot bigger and they integrate bits of sand and debris into their body, whereas zoanthids don't. Their mat, it just grows on top of things and it doesn't integrate debris and things. I'm just focusing in there on the rock urchin. There's another urchin that I bought. That you can see those sorts of white lines on the coralline algae as he's been coming out in the night and eating. He does a pretty good job. There's some more snails, some more turbo snails and things on the back. Another one of the blue-legged hermit crabs is going to join these two fighting over shells. And you can just see underneath the fish there, there's a whole set of different shells for them to choose from as they get bigger. Every now and then they'll try and evict one of my snails to try and steal their shell, but as these blue-legged crabs have gotten bigger, they don't really they're too big now for the shells for the snails that I currently have in the aquarium. Alright, so we might take some shots later on of the new rock flower anemone that we got. Since it was the first time the guy was importing them, we only got one. We're not sure how it will fare in this tank. Look out, soon I'll be doing a series called Fish Don't Read Books, explaining about the copper band butterfly. As soon as I put that in, the copper band was straight after this born enemy. And we hope that it'll be able to bounce back and survive in this aquarium. Alright, that's it. Jimmy Reef out. So another vital member of the cleanup crew, sand sifting starfish. In general, you don't want to see them out of the sand. You want them to be in the sand, sifting through eating bacteria and uneaten food and things like that within the sand bed. I've had this one pretty much since the start of the tank. Since the tank has been so big, I expected it should be able to find food. Usually it doesn't come out as it is here, but I thought I'd take the opportunity just to show it as it is out. And that's only because the lights are off now in the early morning. Eventually he'll make his way back down to the sand bed and within the sand and help with eating things within there. I have the conchs and the Neisseria snails as well, so it's just another vital member to help keep the tank clean. And one of the good things about having a marine system is that you have all these little interesting organisms and you don't get in fresh water to be able to look at.